In this week's Parsha, the Torah tells us something that we probably all want to know, very valuable information. I think it'd be helpful if we knew what exactly it is Hashem wants from us. What does God want from us? And the Torah tells us exactly what that is. The verse says, "And now, O Israel, what does Hashem, your God, what does he want from you? He wants you to fear him." One of the things that it says that Hashem wants us to do is to fear him, to fear Hashem. And Rabbi Shmuel Berenbaum actually comments that it's interesting because we have these concepts of a fear or an awe of Hashem and a love of Hashem, and ahavas Hashem. And we understand through Jewish sources that loving Hashem, doing something out of sheer love of God, it's a bigger deal. It's a higher level than acting out of fear. When you're moved to act out of love, that's a greater thing than to act out of fear. So why is it, he asks, that the Torah is telling us specifically that Hashem is encouraging us to fear him as well? And he answers something very beautiful and very interesting. And he describes that when we really open our eyes and think about it, it's very obvious that God does so much for us, so much kindness, so much chesed and goodness on our behalf. And we see the tremendous goodness that he does for us every time we open our eyes. Our heart beats and our kidneys are working. We can go to the bathroom. My eyes are operating correctly. I can see, I can hear. There's so much goodness. I have food. There's unbelievable miracles happening every moment just within my body. And then we think about like how we get food, and it comes from the dirt, and it's this sustenance that we get, and it's delicious and it looks good. It's appetizing. Like there's such tremendous goodness that Hashem does for us. We have so many gifts. If we just literally just open our eyes and think for a minute, we'll be overwhelmed with gratitude and filled with the deep, penetrating love of Hashem. And therefore, that's not necessarily what God needs to explicitly command us in this specific verse to work on. What does Hashem really want us to work on? What does he ask of us to work on? That's more of this aspect of fear, this aspect of awe of Hashem, to understand that he's monitoring what we do and we're accountable to him, to develop that part of this relationship. Because the other part is indeed so natural. It's the other aspect of the yiras Hashem, the awe and awareness and fear of Hashem, that takes a little bit more work. And that's what Hashem is demanding of us. That's what he's asking us in this verse. God willing, we can all really tune into the miracles in our lives so that this love of Hashem is so overwhelming and so natural. And then we can really also work on the awe and the awareness of Hashem. And I would like to just end that oftentimes, how does a person cultivate this awe of Hashem, this fear of Hashem? And I think maybe one way is to understand that, sometimes when I'm talking to people, like I'm talking to you now, sometimes like Siri gets involved. Siri will say, "What did you say? I didn't hear you." And you understand that there's this other thing called Siri, like listening in, this AI, like computerized thing. And it's a reminder to be very careful how we conduct ourselves, how we talk, because Siri is listening. And of course, on a much deeper level, on a much more real level, Hashem is monitoring everything that we do, listening to every conversation we have, seeing everything that we do in the privacy of our homes, in public, what have you. And when we live with that awareness, and we can cultivate this yiras Hashem, this awareness that Hashem is watching everything that I do, and we can remain accountable to him, and God willing, serve Hashem, both out of love, of course, as well out of this awe, and have the full complete service of the Almighty. We should all have a beautiful Shabbos.